Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Good Times Hour.
Yeah, go on the main stage. Be awesome.
We are.
Just had a private beer session with the next week. Really nice.
That worked out awesome. That was really good. I'll have that. I'll edit that quickly and I'll post that later this afternoon.
Well, everything was not out there. Which other?
But today, starting the show off, we got our good friend.
Oh, yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
So you're what's your function here? So I'm a multi-faceted handler of Swiss Army knife tools. I gotta go and do whatever needs to be done in the situation. Any big event, I guess we have some policy to go every now and then. So been here for a long time. It's really enjoyed it. Coming in. So how many times do you need to do? Good question.
I was wondering if you could keep track.
I really haven't. I think the actual first year that I was here, I believe it was 2006. And so I've been here in 30 years since.
Many. Yes. And not even doing basketball today.
Yeah, we had a great time last night.
Yeah, that's a good time.
DJ back there. We had some great fairs.
We had a big something out there. That was awesome. It was a great crowd. Everybody really had a good time. And, just kind of sets the stage for Championship Sunday.
Absolutely. Well, the best was the actual, I don't know who scores, but the black and especially, yeah. Well, I understand, their spectators, just to see that thing, and that's incredible. Yeah, it was a packed house for sure. It was definitely, got weird in a good way.
Well, yeah, well, it's what we've been looking for, let's give it, let's just blow all the stops and give everybody masterpieces down here. That's it, the great opposite, no. Yeah, there's a little bit of something for everybody out here, so.
Now it's really been for a lot of. So in 2006, what first watch you to with that? Let's go back to here, you just got there ours forever, but what was it that pushed over the achievement? I believe my younger brother David came out to qualify for the USDGC, and when they qualified, I've got 3 younger brothers, so there's 4 of them, and they all know this is the top. So there's B-Tuck, got John and Chuck, which is very good. Got D-Tuck, which is David, and C-Tuck, which is Christopher. And so we kind of have I guess we could play them in terms of our part, we could call it part of the Tucks, you know.
It's nice.
And so we're kind of obviously is my younger brother David constantly pushing himself further and further and further to compete in the pros, and he actually did. He made him a qualifier and played. He played well. Because that's just the first thing we speak from.
He had smoking hot on the qualifying.
Oh yeah,
it was.
Yeah, it was great.
Play out of his hand a little bit.
Yeah.
But hey, that's something to hang out on for sure.
Well, yeah, just as he qualified on Monday. That's and that was the time when they multiple events. We had 1, 2. They instead of the green and 3, just go right back to the shack there. Yeah, and there was a lot of that back then. I think now the rules have changed a little bit.
Well, the demand too.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was insane to watch somebody go 1, get a good hole on 1, go to 2, and then go to a 3, and then just leave the card and go back straight up to the house and pay them $50.
Well, it's very good.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people doing it.
A lot of people do it.
Man, you imagine the guy that gets all the way to 17.
That's like, well, I just got to do a turn on 7 as well. And just take that one kick coming in the side of the leg and maybe 5 folds or 6 folds, and we get set.
I think one year I was here, somebody dropped out maybe 4 or 5 times and continued to try to.
Yeah. And I think it was $50 the first go going, and then 25 after that. It's a good deal.
That's not a problem. It's a
job. Yeah. It was $3,500 to $4,000 for the fundraising. For the charity and for the event.
Did your brother, do you know, did he qualify on his first one?
Oh, yeah, he definitely qualified.
Yeah, just take a one shot at it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was, he smoked around for sure.
So then you come up here and you watch him play and go like, hey, this is your brother.
Well, so we all started playing disc golf in the late nineties. But we didn't really start playing organized disc golf until the early 2000s. It was probably 5 or 6 years before we all got together and started playing competitive, sanctioned events.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, the thing that really brought me back were, I mean, honestly, this guy that's sitting right next to me, Brian Mace, we had an affinity towards one another through art, and because we're both artists and we both love disc golf, so it was easy to come back and see people that, grind above. I mean, there's this guy Bobby Herman, who, hey, there he is right now. Yeah, look at this guy. Hey, Bobby Herman is one of another great reason that I show up to this event. If they get to see that guy, his smiling face. I mean, he really, this is a huge family.
Yeah,
You get to meet all these people.
It's a family reunion. Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit already. That's okay, but it's safe. So when you're back, the statement, when you're not, this is a family reunion. It's whether you've been here for all 25, like I have, or wherever we picked up and you just kept coming, it kind of gets this up into you. And Charlie was talking about last night. This was the first time he goes, I guess it's kind of going to be bittersweet for you guys on Monday. Out here, and most of the folks are gone, and you're just going to be pulling this, but like that, and it's just kind of it's a good feeling, but it's kind of like it's bittersweet, because for me, it's time to go home and work for the rest of the year, and it's just well, you already start looking forward to next year tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, last year, Jonathan and I started talking about the award ceremony after last year's was over. Immediately on stage after he was right. That's too many people in the page. You gotta carry that down a little bit. And when I go, man, I can keep my energy. He goes, well, you can't. How's everybody else doing? And it's a perfect question to ask. It's tough on Sunday afternoon, but it's also one of my favorite parts of the event. There, get that crowd going, see those people from the bus today.
The way that the distance showcase was more. When it first started, I remember they should bypass the side on the other side of the lake, and then it's like it started populating, and get the favor, and then fourth place, you bring the cattle through it all over. It's now one of the things that people really look forward to, especially the spectator.
That's definitely it's the period under the expectation. The showcase and the awards and everything like that. I mean, that crowd of people up there on top of the hill is massive. And with the deck, with the stage and the few out on the deck there, and everybody following, maybe. Oh, yeah, that's great. She's we drive, so her 500. She's crossing the play, but the only thing that's going to stop her is the net. Yeah, we're going to see. It's going to be a great show. No question about it.
So, Brad, you've since been here since 2006. In your mind, what are some of the greatest changes in development for the area? It's really pushed it forward.
I think that Harold Duvall and his son Doobie, and all like Mike, Michael, they're constantly pushing changes to the course, and I think that's what keeps this evolving and being more fruitful year after year. Is that the pros can come and participate this year, and then when they come back next year, it's going to be a totally different plan. And there's definitely going to be mandos that are put in place in a certain area. There's going to be moguls in the middle of this.
We're going to do Christmas tree that we're trying to be. I mean, that is, yeah. And, that's one thing about this. There's not a lot here, but at the same time, it's completely like canvas. And there is a lot. And it's just a matter of what elements are brought to it. And, it took a long time for that to catch, but that's one of the things about this event, is that Jonathan and Aaron, long before anybody else was even in the maintenance, everybody just stepped out completely from the comfort zone and, you know, don't get hurt, and everybody in the game. And it's pretty phenomenal, especially at this point, you know, you look at it, it's 6, 7, for the longest time. For the longest time, the California guys were up there. On video, you know, and then it was similar with, oh, we got the video, like, with the Carolina, right, with the Carolina Post, that we go to California, it was what I mean, they didn't need to. We got everything. You came into the scene, you know, there's no reason for anybody to really travel more than 3 or 4 hours, because you're all you can eat at that buffet, you know, I mean, you're gonna find it out with a whole bunch of tough guys like Walter Haney, and, you know, they're in there and sweaty and creedy, and, like, you know, I mean, I'm gonna overlook you, Carlson, Howard, Steve, I mean, legendary golfer up there, and the same thing happens in the, you know, Richmond City, obviously the city area, happens in the California area, but this is, you know, a big step. And the steps have been taken, it's really amazing.
Well, I feel like everybody always talks about someplace being the disc golf mecca. And Charlie Disc Golf Club, I was active, still am an active member and help out a lot with the Charlotte Disc Golf Club, and that kind of focus can be locked up. Sam McDaniel being, you know, kind of like the mule that he is.
It's kind of like he is the mule. I mean, that guy's like a mule and a half.
And then he, you know, found other mules like Sam Nicholson and Bill Jacobson, and there's just like this entire push of all these really hardworking guys to make these things happen around this area. And then we all kind of came down because we're neighbors. And, you know, that's what you do. You know, when your neighbor needs help, you gotta help your neighbor. And
Yeah, like 100% true.
so, yeah, some of the other things that I think have really happened with the sport is now we have like a huge vendor presence. So we got, you know, a mixture of everybody, you know, a conglomerate of people working together to make this truly like a magical event. Also got, we got the Disc Golf Network, who's like live streaming. So we used to have a lot of issues with their internet. People would show up and everybody was be on their telephone for trying to, you know, get video out of people who don't here, you know, can't be here. And now we got, you know, enough bandwidth to make all that stuff stream live. And, you know, it's just
The term is baptism by fire. I feel weird with that. Yeah, this is our, you know, we planned on being up here 4 hours every day. And that didn't really fit into the footprint of everybody else. So on Thursday, we get a little wrap up the day, the kitchen with no mouse.
Oh, man.
You know, and this kind of, you know, talk for about 45 minutes, and then the next day we got up here and had some gutters on the equipment, and then yesterday we got a little better, and today I never forget what we want to. But, you know, I'm already thinking about what we're gonna do. But, you know, going forward.
I remember at this, I think the 58 year now, 2006. The tournament started on Wednesday, finished on Saturday, so Sunday was the fun day. And I remember that was really anticipated by the other pretty much back because A, it was being in Carolina, and B, something is somebody ready to get out and play with us. Have you actually ever been able to play the championship those course? Or you just were living?
Yeah, actually, I think I actually played in the US. When you're myself. Yeah, that's how I met Bobby. Bobby Herman and I on the car. I believe it was, what was that year? What did they call that?
Performance.
Yeah. And
Bobby's after the good for it.
yeah, it was the first year of the performance edition. And yeah, we had a great time. We also played in the PDGA championships that year. So PDGA had another tournament happening for that.
Yeah, oh, and I heard that they're changing that place up completely because of the Beatles.
Yeah.
Not the Barbie.
Ringo Starr was a good job right there.
Yeah, but that was.
Anybody's been even.
Yeah, so to get back to your original question, yeah, we, all of the staff and people that have worked in, oh man, they used to run that old house up there. It was like,
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, we have a person up there, I mean, it's
But that was the idea that we could all get together and have a good time, you know, it's all of the tense nature of like the competition was kind of over and hey, here we are getting to reap the benefits of working so hard.
I think one of my favorite times playing entertainment, I played once at USDGC, but we played Monday Fun or Sunday Fun we went around the third beach. And that was one of the highlights. We had golf carts whipping around and like that was a special trip. And a lot of money.
Yeah, you know how many players were jealous that you guys brought over those golf carts?
If that's one of those things, you know, like, because of like, that's wearing a Hershey award, things you get for that. That'd be great.
Yeah, I think my favorite Sunday Monday was actually like one like yours. I got to play with Jonathan Poole. We got to play 18 with Jonathan Poole.
That's awesome.
I'm pretty sure I threw every disc I had and on 17 that day.
So we got some action. The ladies division is all time. That's 21 under, three ways. Collins, Smoking Hot, 8 down to 12. Stella Hansen's at 4 down to 11, and Evelina's at 2 down to 11. So this is absolutely not settled yet. Crystal Guitar's 2 strokes back at 19, and Hannah's at another stroke back at 18. And so, you know, at 11, there might be over for Kristen and Hannah, unfortunately, in terms of challenging for this win, but
You never know. I mean, it's so bad. It's the backline can be, especially the pros, the backline always in the place.
Now it's 17.
not really looking that windy. I mean, these feather banners are barely moving, second to one, top of valleys. Very good there.
Oh, man, it's like 11:23, about 12:30, 1 o'clock, that wind starts up.
Yesterday was a wind condition was super. I had a chance to watch the lead ride before. Not when we got in the circle. You know, they were fighting having the whole time. That makes the scoring, wins that scores.
Yeah, I saw one of the other shots on 18, coming up 18, they're closing out the round. The wind was sometimes blowing behind them, like it's having them blowing up the hill. And I guess they cleared out a bunch of stuff on the backside of 18.
Yeah.
So there's actually a headwind coming from that side.
Oh, really?
There's guys there, and then that headwind caught it, kind of pushed them right and out of bounds. But that's something that you pay attention to.
There's been talk about clearing that out, and they did a lot of it last year. But you can, there's definitely for another 100 people standing with the back that green.
Yeah, and it's like you're so close to the basket, like standing like right back there, and you got a lot of pole marshals back there, like asking people to be quiet because normally that would be covered up with foliage and you would be able to see anything.
Yeah, that's something that's been talked about. You also coming further down the woods, and it'll be interesting to see what happens with that on hole 18 in the future. But there's been conversation about clearing out of the underbrush just be all trees up there. So on the water there, because that's their goal.
Yeah, so on
Just
three,
difficulty, that's the goal, really.
that's really like full three, like going down the hill. You always had to be real cognizant of the headwind. It's the headwind to turn you over and put you in the OB, and now that's coming into, you know, it's like on 18.
He's up front.
Yeah.
So, Brad, as I don't know if you got much time to get a perspective, as from a spectator perspective, what do you think, or what do you feel the working was the best full watch to expect? What's the most exciting part? Would they keep it
So, yeah, that's not even fair. All of it. They're great spectator roles, honestly. I think that 18 is kind of a power shot up the hill. Really like, what are we back here to turn 16? 16 is
15.
15. Yeah, 15 is a great place.
Well,
16 is a
yeah,
great
that's
place.
true. That's good because you can make a small move in C6, C7. You see players teeing up on 8, see players driving at 15 or 16 right there. And you really don't have to move. You can kind of pivot around the crossroad there. And that's a great place to watch them. But another thing that's really cool that a lot of people take into consideration is watching the pod right across the C7. Yeah, and you can see the guys teeing up and the guys teeing up on the 18 as well. So it's really, there's some really good, some premium spots, you know, sitting up there on 18th Street and watching the players go this time of day. Go off with Weare as well, and watch them come in, and also obviously a premium spot. But then it's your preference. I mean, a lot of people don't want.
It's definitely bamboo hole this year.
Yeah.
Okay, so 8. I really like you're talking about crossroads. I really like 7 and 8 right there, mainly because of those really big trees. So you're watching people come in and try to make the double mando or triple mando to get into the bamboo hole, then kind of progress into this really long hole that has some really tight OB right in front of the baseball stadium. And that is just really an amazing shot. If people want to watch distance with kind of a low, sitting low tree on it, you know, there are some trees in play, but you know, you really have to lace it right up the middle. It's like thread the needle, they'll get into a good landing spot for your next shot. I've always thought that to be a really powerful place to stand and watch things happen.
I'd say it's probably was decade with that, but also the drone action that's going on makes understand things. It's always so much better to see than put up those in the phone. You see it from below and see what you have to navigate, but it gives you that kind of full perspective. I think the drone like that is fantastic and super efficient with the whole experience.
Here's what I'm saying. Well, you know, another thing about this tree that a lot of people don't know is that the turn of the century from the 1800s to the 1800s, this whole sport complex is the farm at the school. And so that's one, I mean, aside from the fact that they'll have super tall trees out there. Anyway, some of these trees have been out there for 150 years or more. Yes, several like that tree on 18. If you could cut that tree down and build a house with French tree, it wouldn't be a big house. But you could get it on that tree. Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of even the granddad is not there. But there's trees right here to our left too. Like the farmhouse used to be right here, just around where Callie's trailer is, and where the art center stuff is right here. And so that's one of the reasons why this place I make look at it. It's just beautiful, and so that's what my parents said. Carroll I'll say is one of the most beautiful places in York County, and I agree. It's definitely true that this is. I've spent 25 Octobers here. 25 of them, and it's their time in September, October. I don't know what I'd do if I wasn't up here all this time. So,
well, Brad, I want to thank you so much for sitting down in front of us and getting the media, getting the staff perspective. We're really talking to a lot of players about this, but we're really focusing on the inside of those. Help better experience with this thing.
Well, man, I really appreciate you guys having me. It's been a joy. Let this fun, Sean. Anybody that's out there that's listening to the podcast or watch this, I mean, I would highly suggest you get out here. You know, maybe call in sick. Yeah, I got some stuff I need to do.
yeah, it's time to get the car in this way.
It's going to be a fun time that mile.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Trevor. We appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll have to have you on sometime next year and talk more about art and other stuff. So,
That sounds like a plan.
spend about 90 minutes or 3 hours or whatever.
You know, I'll always be good.
Take care. Go too far. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, buddy.
All right.
Thank you guys. I'll see you guys later.
Thanks again.
Thanks again for that. All right, folks, we're switching guests.
Another special guest here, Joel Harry Dropcho.
He is
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
There he is, looking.
Mover and shaker,
Magnificent member.
Pittsburgh area. Come on down, man. Bring your drink if you need one, or yeah. We're gonna ask you a lot of questions.
Never done this before. I don't know how you guys just sit around and talk all day.
We're just gonna ask you some questions and get you to
We
speak.
used to stick around talking all day.
Do it.
I don't know, man. Well, I mean, you were a teacher. Just go back to that. You didn't talk for hours and hours and hours when you were teaching.
Well, teaching badly, yeah.
When you were teaching badly.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking, nobody else was engaged.
All right, so we don't have the boasts going because we're just freestyling. This is a large degree, but why don't you start by telling us your name, telling us where you're from, and your PGA.
Welcome back. Reverse order 2734. From
Yeah, it's very
well, I'm from Indiana, PA. That's my hometown, but I live in Wexford, PA. Which was north of Pittsburgh. 15 minutes from Knoxville, just off work. My name is Jay Gary John. So Jay is in my initial, just to be clear, it's always so confusing to everybody. That's why it's really Gary. It's Jay Gary, my home.
What's the date then?
he doesn't want to tell us.
Look at this.
Don't be Jehoshaphat, that's what it is.
You want to like this joke line or do you want to say?
No, yes, we want both. 100%.
Just,
Joseph,
just,
Yes.
just,
Jeff, just Gary.
just Gary.
That's the joke line. All right, tell us the truth.
That's my dad, when he's gone.
Oh, cool.
But he was also,
So you-
they call me Gary, and I'm growing up with.
So, yeah, so that makes
And
sense.
then, I don't know why, but mom was, well, just, I'm gonna call you Jay Gary. And we just kind of stuff like, oh, what you did, and the family.
All right, that's a good one.
Your PJ number 734, what's the certain test for you getting that?
Oh, yeah, I got it, first professional disc golf tournament. It was, Steve Coleman ran it. He laid out a temporary course with brick park. Laura Baskets, Eric Goodson had them from Virginia. He brought them up in the trailer and set up the, course. It's really a nice place. It's a more of a all part of the ball on it. That's not where the first permanent was going. But in any case, 80. No, I'm sorry, that was 84. 84. That's what.
So you started, you had
I joined
already.
the PTA, I joined the PTA there and that. Crazy. This year, I actually. Yeah.
That's your first event.
This part of the PTA, $25. I did, so I, before there was an amateur classification, I was professionally playing. Later went on, in 88, I was prior to that, 84, that's what Chevy Park went in, the first permanent course in Pittsburgh. And that's, he Coleman designed it. There's a grant, it was the 1-2 pole course. But the year, I guess it was 88, the PGA decided they needed an amateur division. There wasn't such a thing. And I mean, when we played this golf in the early 80s or whatever, it was just a pro or whatever.
Yeah.
Fight for money.
Okay. But what you
My
do,
golf,
like,
I don't know what they're, well, it's off the net.
one of the things we've been hearing a lot about is the pro or the. What's a good pro, like in Southern California, Sam is, as we interviewed Sam, he was talking about, well, they pro, but you,
That's it.
Yeah.
and so, and then he played pro as a. Championship. That's what we know, I mean.
Now, just to take it back, just one quick note about that, for the first time that we played Steve Coleman ran. According to PJ, like there's no reason that that PJ, like it's Steve Coleman also won that tournament, so he decided to kind of course for the tournament to win, right?
He won it on, I think it's the last hole of the tournament or first hole of the playoff is going time.
Right.
I didn't see it, but Steve County threw it in, but like probably about 50 or 60 feet on down the win. So yeah, that was really cool there too. But yeah, I joined in 80.
And then there was a 4-year gap in the next tournament. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I was still playing alternate. Well, I've alternate in Pittsburgh at that point. And in in 1984, I tore my ACL, but it's had it reconstructed and good. I couldn't keep playing alternate and this golf was, the other thing I play around with this golf. I ran a disc golf tournament in Indiana, PA, which is where Indiana University of Pennsylvania is, my alma mater. Set up like chicken wire, ground baskets,
18-hole course in the park and held a tournament there. 1980, it was all amateur with paving, prizes and there is, of course, in the FBA. Home course, like all the blocks. That's the recreation park there. Try to run from the there to here. Try to go as you can do improvements to it, but once that you're on the speed of it.
Well, especially when dealing with like college.
And what's wrong with this?
Was that was fun? It worked. Yeah, it worked. But we're just to I want to improve the T pads. They say no. They don't raise the money.
We got rid of it. So we got a little bit of separation. Ella took a 8 on 12, and so she slipped down to 18. So it's like we're at 22. Evelyn is at 22. Paul's at 21. Chris is at 20. And is at 19. I was at 18. Lexus and this year built down at 14. So
It's all more old.
they're on 13. Looks like 13. Yeah. Looks like there's a backup on 13, which is typical.
That's right hand. This is what's coming here. You're following the back. One the second car too for a while. Then we went back and forth once. That's the new part. I love that. So exciting. How deep it is. Yeah. How talented. The athletes are.
Yeah, I mean, but that's been talking about this a little about this year. Because of the women's final four. If you find any backups, but the ladies, there's a girl that played for terrible with names, but and then does not play for Iowa. She was shooting really nice left her. Like she get across the halfway line. And she would drop them. I think a couple of them from the sticker center. And so I was going to use that as an example. I'm also going to soccer. So like those three sports, like when we get ready by there, shade for the nights, but not much. But when we grow up going to see women's basketball games in high school, like you only benefit your girlfriend is playing or your sister is playing. Because actually it was slowly more, and it wasn't work. They had they were like probably had 40. They had to really play the offense. It's not like that now. No, I've been in the women's final four once and I've watched it multiple times now in the last 10 years, and it's very entertaining. And the same thing's happening as well. I mean, these ladies are family. And
Our new favorite is watching her throw. Actually, the one in the face too, like when you're that kid on the stage, you're stuffing it all over. We were qualified, okay, and she like late 12 shots, over 500 people.
No, she was getting the flags. She was getting the full flag, but she wasn't using the full. She was throwing off. She was bringing down the middle.
Yeah, going this a little bit today. What's in there? Yeah, and there's something. Punching down or to that side and come through. And her hair is sad a little bit. And it. Yeah, well, and working there.
So just to put you a bit more in context, right now we can be her do is number 6 in the whole United Series rank, which is amazing. We got 51 wins in your career. Which do you is the most meaningful win you've ever had? If you could break it down.
You did the 1989 International Championship in World North Carolina.
And that was before my time.
So 34 players in that.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
I want to see you over there looking at us. You should come over and sit down here a little bit.
Duck in the Hall of Fame.
About 12 o'clock.
Found out on Wednesday that he was there. Wow, I didn't remember that. It was yeah, the tournament was definitely competitive highlight of my life. I would say it's got better after that, but this is the first year that the PGA had the classification.
Okay, 1989, huh?
1989. So they do about $25 that I won. That first time we open. Just kind of, wiped away your grandfather before that was the meeting, an amateur, and we're all these other players for the first time. I think that the not there, but iconic Bill Boylan family party.
Yeah, that was
One regret.
all that stuff came to an end as I was becoming a bit of a traveling player.
But we
Never
never
got to
just
experience that at all.
look at some of the people who do, the one thing that jumps out at me. I think he was both of the year candidate, lost the guy payment for Greg Vinegar. Big bomb thrower.
Greg was there,
He waxed
he
him.
was there at next meeting.
Yeah,
He was. And, you want the whole story?
yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
No, it's not. It's not that, it's story big. Great, so, all right,
Sorry.
had nothing to do with the story.
I love the build up though.
So, like I was saying before, 1989, first year that PJ had an amateur classification. It was, like, that's the first PJ amateur major champion.
Yeah, like the birth of the animals.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense.
And in fact, it was later classified as an amateur world. Cup.
That particular event.
Or because, yeah, and, at the end of the tournament, you always seen, and one of the guys who was there, Harvey Barter, from Kansas, he said, we want to keep this going, man. We're gonna do it again next year out in Wichita. Come out and so everybody's supposed to do it. And
We know
Harvey, so Harvey ran the event next year. The amateur national championships. And Harvey called me up. I should say that after the World Springs win, PJ invited me to turn professional, and they gave me an invite to play in the Iowa World Championship that same year, which I did.
Oh, wow.
I don't think I can. That like there's another story there about anything. So Harvey called me up and I said, he said, coming out, and I said, I think I just spread pro. He said, oh, Dan, and so he did the tournament later on, or maybe he told me it. But that in that phone call, I think it was later on. It was real successful for him. I don't know how big it was. Great Finger won. The amateur the championship. But I think it Marcus said, well, we're still on call the world championship. So they named it the amateur world championship. They ran to the world championship. So Rick Finger is the first PGA amateur world champion. Although the asterisk is sometime after Greg won this. Brian Henniker, who's the PGA administrator, going on with the Devil Forum. He opted that I could be the first amateur world champion. And for a time, I was listed as that, but making that who was going to be. And later on, and I, kind of came to be transparent with all of this, and the Fred and Michael Sullivan started saying, well, Greg Taylor was actually the first winner of the AM World. And I said, yes, he's here. So I got an actor done that. In 1989, that Laurel Springs tournament after the highlight mechanism.
The man who denied
Something came over me. It was 4 rounds one.
Yeah, I got to hear 4 rounds, total 238, 3-stroke lead for rear land. Australia, Korea.
The guy was in that
We think I was not those and Nicholas Lawrence and some with the
Nicholas them sitting around and fighting.
trap there.
Should have been today. So one of the things I want to ask before I've been needing to ask, but correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds like you started playing before there was even a permanent course was where you lived. Is that correct? Like from what you said about that first tournament you played, was a 10th grade course set up. So
Yeah,
I think you started playing.
yeah, and I
Like
played
having a permanent course in your way, and you just played
I
hockey
did
golf.
play a couple I played a tournament in Rochester. Before there was a permanent course there, so but yeah, but I'm still playing alternate, and then like the knee injury, just transitioned out. But yeah,
Did you transition into disc golf because of the injury and you moved on Frisbee or?
I do have frisbee. Yeah, I mean we played frisbee in our yard and played play, we play golf games, on dead golf. I read about also on with me that I bought little pamphlet things so games can play, and then I saw an article about it in Time magazine with all the ultimate coverage thing. So when I went by Peter was a note ad head of the newspaper thing, I put it up for a meeting of the IP 50 club or whatever. So yeah, we started the 50 club there. We did terrible. We lost to the national champion and state team, score one goal. And I dropped the only goal that we actually had a chance of scoring. Yeah, I had a good golf career, but just golfing, yeah. Like, cool. I love flying this. I love making it go. And know you wanted to go. Yeah.
So in 1993, the playing Masters, back then the Masters, they're out of 35. And you get your first win. I'm sorry. First pro, that was your Masters. You got the first pro in there.
Was that in Diamond?
That was more like a
They were like,
it.
probably the next time I eat, because they, or in standing, yeah, it was like one, but when
Primo was fifth. Red Whittington, we beat him. He was second. Fred Salaz third.
Red is second at the head of the left.
Yep, by 2 strokes. You got him by 2 strokes.
It was hard to beat Red. It was third for the longest time. Yeah, the player, Steve Cohen, before him.
Yeah.
And I'll be good.
And I think,
I played around with him, I think it's good.
look at some of these names here. Fred Salaz, Bonnie Good, David Greenwald, Dan Bayless, Terry Bennett, Jay Mathis, he's here today. Leroy Jenkins. Leroy. KB Clark, I mean, you put the hurdle on and you guys like the title 5'10". Then,
Yeah, they
yeah. That was my area my first experience there, which was mind blowing. It was one of the best courses I think I've ever seen up to that point. I hadn't really seen too many, but that would set the standard.
Yeah,
It was at like a really good course.
it was. Yeah, there was. In the park for all of it. And yeah,
Which course y'all talking about?
around the area and
And then, that's still one of my all-time favorites.
It is.
I mean, that's, and and that, the thing about that course too is that was not in the 80s. So I mean, like it was me, and potato back before we even knew about that kind of thing. You know, I mean,
yeah,
it was a kind of mistake and breed the companies, and then you better have a big fork in the knife or you're not going to get to eat. You know what I mean?
yeah.
What's that, Paulo?
So the Pittsburgh scene, you've been the CD for the Pittsburgh contract.
Oh, yeah. And I think I did the golf with the 20th year. I went first, but yeah, for a lot of it. And I ran the KB Clark was a partner on that before. And we started a sort of informal club. It was the Court Trade Association, the first one just provided.
Right.
Yeah, Charlie and all that. We felt like there's going to be park forest installation and made that happen. And we Pittsburgh was a partner with it. Maybe Pittsburgh was a partner with it to help them do it. But we wanted to go in one more organization and create the club thing. And that TFDS worked into in 2017 incorporated the company again. That's the 501c3 that like us getting grow organization around the Winter area. We manage 10 courses. I say we because I'm one of the board directors of the courses that we manage 10 courses. Actually, the 10th one is having a grand opening October 22nd. And then it's whole move back and forth by design all of our business. Different meetings, that's just that's all happening. And then it was been a big supporter. We got this guy from 28, the white one, the red one, very fast. It's a hilly course. It's it's what the Pennsylvania kind of hiking golf. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. I 22nd.
22nd. Awesome. That's it's amazing to think. Like to me, when I started in Ontario on the 3 courses, now there's something like 150, and it was just amazing to see the momentum is growing so big, it's virtually unstoppable. More closer to get more from television. In your career, you've seen both a very obscure sport, niche sport, that they made fun of. Oh, that's just long hair, these sweet tie dye t-shirts. So look, I mean, you look at the crowd, these players here, they're dressed better than the Aspen part of it. They're doing well.
It's come a long way, for sure. So we look, so we said, oh, yeah, don't bad. The players will.
Standing, you know, it's definitely.
It happens so fast.
I'm gonna go on the plane,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The court, like you're talking about courses, the defined courses, the play now on the football pro tour, you're majors. You know, Mount Airy, classic course.
It is,
So
without a doubt.
And they, you know, they like the major and major.
It's probably not conducive for your
It's
crowd.
hard to spectate, and that's just why the events, and I think the finances of it, because how things, they're private, most of them can't really stand their, the bank role with it, but, well, it's, good. The innovators, Innovator's been a great supporter of this golf, and for me, just with Harold, well, last night, we found the story of the fortress, which was a 9-hole course next to the park, next to Ferret High School at Fox. For 25 years, before the public school. So it was a frisbee club in the high school that I get going, and I would take kids cross town in a van to play Stanley Park. Few kids that were kind of odd, misfits maybe, but definitely weren't athletes. And,
Yeah.
You know, it was like,
You're talking about that being involved.
But so one of the girls said, why don't we have our own course in Phillips Park right next to the thing? I said, well, here, we'll do it. You write the proposal and organize the kids to put the course together. They made the basket in the metal shop, part of the high school.
That's nice.
And so then the teacher got involved with the course. The basket, they weren't constructed very well. The department had vandals in it, and they would just rock the basket until the pipe broke. It was like a 1-inch diameter pipe or something. So their path was laying down. So that's Harold, he helped me. Remember the kind of concave basketball that Ripple just got here? They had the concave bottom.
Oh, yeah.
So he gave us the basket. They used the trays, they welded them onto the poles, and they created a chain rack and hang chains on it. Metal. We used the different basket. But we bought one of his gaskets. One. And so Harold and I were talking about how to stop the van with, but he called it a fortune. Because we had to keep placing and pairing, retrofitting the basket to keep them in the ground when we fight against the van. And there's an inventory pump and this gas right all the way down.
It's always been amazing to me that how you came from a van, you know, I mean, it's. They find a way to love and why would you correctly keep that even though not big enough, you know? What did that accomplish for you? I don't understand.
And the game advantage is really cool.
So.
Congratulations, by the way, during recent NBA, the 50th anniversary, senior mixed pro 65, I don't think we call it now, but the MP 65.
Yeah, North Korea, played with North Korea.
We took him down, we took down. Take that.
I didn't get to, I'm playing that tournament, and I was hoping to get to play with the course, and so I signed up for the top 60 division, and then 50 or 100 players. And yeah, I didn't, Jim was on there, and that was great, and so a lot of other folks from Canada, and Bangkok there, and Garrett Vandenberg was there, and then all the Rochester people. They did for the silver. They had this dinner kind of honoring them. Yeah, his book, Change Events is really good. It's pretty this golf and most of this golf. You know, people have wanting to Yeah, that was fun. But it was it's kind of the end of the summer tour. And we have to play the map of the world. Play the thematic. The other thing I want to tell you about is the way to not change the conversation. I had prostate cancer. The surgery. Prostate. That's an immediate, really early stage of prostate cancer. The doctor said every guy would get prostate cancer at every month. For me, it happened when I was 65, and that's the average age of people are diagnosed. So my message is to get big months and it's a real 50 if you're a guy, especially if you've got a history of that in your family. I don't, so it's no surprise that it happened.
Wow, yeah.
I'm recovering. I'm playing golf. I'm playing for the next weekend. Playing golf course once a year. So I got to get the rust off, but I feel really good. And science is amazing. Medicine is amazing. They do the body assist laparoscopy. Very amazing.
Well, first of all, you look amazing. Second of all, very good tangent because after a letter, this is what we all should be thinking about and talking about. And with every man watching it, they're including these two bones here being nice. We need to go and think about that seriously.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's regular monthly. When they say protecting that over time, like the Medicare wellness, but other than Medicare wellness. But yeah, but doing great, glad to be here. So you guys are doing.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you stopping by, and it's been a good time. It's something that we're just trying to tell some stories and talk about the development of the sport, but also, historical from the way back to the present. And we're definitely getting a lot of way back right now. It's so big.
What's the sport?
So all of Holland is putting the smack down in the second yard. They're all behind us here on 15. They're playing 15 in the league parts waiting, obviously. And so, yeah, so Holland's set for 22. Tristan and Evelyn are tied at 21, and then Benny's at 20. So we've got a lot of good action going on out there, without a doubt.
There's two.
What's that?
Right. Tim Day.
Tim Day, yeah.
I mean, you've been there for like 5 years. Yeah, I played around with him with Westminster Park. That was good.
Yeah, we would have either watched ultimately than have to be telling it would watch the one hand bolted it seems over there
Yeah.
at Westminster.
Yeah, it's a nice course. Got a 9-hole pace plate. Well, the opening's got some rolling wheels.
Most of them 59, and it looked like
Got
3 tour buses just got dropped off at the parking lot, and people are pouring through going to get their spots.
Coming here.
Yeah, but I don't think it's really tour bus. It's just like everybody seems to be coming right now, showing up at noon.
It's another stellar day.
So what here?
Yeah.
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 I want to go back to play the work island or play together. It's been a long time. It'd be summer, like go to the run.
And it was gone for a long time. We host a lot of boys from Ohio, 5th grade, Virginia, and Michigan, Vanessa Canyon. Oh, right. And with
Got the original tour. It's already. Next week, I think they put that out there, started going from the Dropcho. They ran that as well.
I ran 1 year.
But you ran it in there.
I ran, whoa, this is a lot of work. I can't do it.
And it continued after it.
Yeah. You gave it much more capable hands. Yeah, it's not. You have a play program.
Okay, well, those types all along in the pain and bed.
Ralph is the dial forward. Doing my part, and I mean, I haven't really been involved in PJ at good reach. We started essentially kids around 65. People put my
necessarily don't scare people, especially if you're, younger people. We don't scare people, this is a big concern. So, we got that as a Michigan. They had the best entrance for a long time, and and that was great. I had a very strong, focus that eventually spilled over, and they eventually these real sanction this. But and that was the big thorn on monitor side, but Colin was like, why is it sanction? Well, pretty good, right? But so well, that's the bottom of the iceberg, right? Yeah.
Well, that's kind of starts that one today. You know, I mean, folks, just like what you mentioned, if you take away the fear factor to that, people are going to come out. I mean, it's also we used to go play all the time and Veterans Park and Arlington, Texas on Sunday. And then one day we saw him playing for the short team. We're like, well, we could do that. And we started playing the weeklies after that every week, you know. And so it's you know it's remove the
Wow. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of forced design, so, you know, people that have a bent for it or one like the idea of creating forces where they have ambitions to come to organize and want to get a force in. And many people want to, well, I want to dance to the championship, the hardest course ever, you know.
yeah, that's not necessarily what everybody needs.
No, but the recreational sports are really important. And why there are people here that are recreating because they play it. It's a play game and that athlete performing at the elite level. You know, it's inspiring and it's amazing. But yeah, those sports go out to do them, but the lack of sports going in. They're very much like sporting. I don't know. Yeah, so they have 3 or 4 players back in the 2013. But I mean, for the first time, the force moved around playing, and there was a lot of like, oh, new force was happening. And again, most of the players, when say having those many, but possibly they haven't held you know, they wanted the championship course. So you just put another course in there, it's not the championship. And it's a really short course. Perfect to bring up the players. And when some of the older players who see it even bigger, they don't understand. You got to dig down the roots, you got to have those bigger channels. Because if somebody goes out and plays their own box, they might quit after the first couple of goals.
Yeah, that's a really when you get one thing they know that we get into the get to the end of it.
How cool is it to get your first birdie? That's what keeps you coming back. So the north boundary course is grander.
Colin Henley's not looking back, yeah.
Right.
She's 315, 23 under. So that means that if the parts on 15 right now,
How many ahead?
she's up 2, but she's up, you know, obviously a hole ahead.
Right.
So 16, 17, 18 are the holes that are left, and you know, we'll see.
Wow.
What's the
weight stuff. Yeah, right.
There's a couple tests left.
Hard. But I'll take down, but we don't go a long way. So,
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the big reason why this course hasn't been rearranged and renumbered, because 17 and 18, you got to finish on 17 and you have to finish on 18. And it's really hard to do because although I suggested trucks on the third on the 5. And then just making both 3 on the home. You know, it's we could do it. But if you haven't, I mean, if you put dump trucks in dirt, I mean, like 15 or 16 of them, make them really over there. Get the rollaway possibilities. It's really amazing what could be done.
this silly with you, I guess on the broadcast, 97 pro world.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of on the road over there, the big one was also like.
Eagles Landing.
Eagles
Out in
Landing.
the bog off course.
Where the ruins are, yeah, by the front.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
On the whole.
I remember that.
Well. Story place. So what's your favorite worlds when you play that? The lowest people.
Technically,
Yeah. Maybe what, for the Masters World last year?
sure.
You're right. So, the Jake over one last year, one again this year, Jay over amazing and offer. He also beat me in the aesthetic division. Because he had both me and Chester. I only had LinkedIn. I've got mostly, I kind of did that really, but kind of was done. So Jay beat me by 7 this year. He beat me last year by 3 strokes. So he beat me. I'm getting worse. Everything matters. Last year I was made the final 4, and that's the first time I've been that ball again for quite a long while. So it's really exciting to play pretty well. Jay obviously played better and made mistakes along the way. So I'll say the next one that I'm in. I mean, I don't play on Saturday at least, or competitively. See my body around me. Whatever one I'm playing.
What's the next? So what's recovery time on 2 knees and 2 hips?
Jay was
Amazing the knees together.
he did.
Because I've known people that have done both at the same time.
And they did one right after the other. He's also a teacher. He's a retired teacher. He's a then teacher. So he has a physical regimen for his take it. I want to thank you for the wheelchair. Yeah, I mean, of course, you're super important. Obviously, the big team, the cannons, the parents, and whatever. So, again, it's really great to be able to stand to. Thanks for that added value to our show.
We maybe had a good time. And playing up in the women's division.
Okay, I gotta go find Jay.
Everybody's we've got a team.
Go over there.
The big part is the second part of big 15, yeah.
Take yours, come to find you. Stay where you are.
All right, my friend.
Thanks again, Jamie.
Great. Once again,
Appreciate it. Man, have a good day. Here she comes. Here comes your keeper now.
All right. We got our attention right.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, the action is just absolutely all in. I don't know if it's going to be exciting. She's got 24 on there.
No, she's a whole ahead of him though. So she's on 16 right now.
Gotcha.
So Emily still has an opportunity to catch up on 18.
And I guess
So we'll see how that goes.
we kind of started writing this time. I don't know, but then she got that going.
I don't think you can write anybody out just yet, but it's really, they're running out of time.
Yeah.
Like the claw marks are definitely in the business right now.
Big shout out again to the two Canadian men who came down to play for us. So Gary, I was recorded to see, Sean had a good instinct and Winter. They finished 32nd and 33rd, so well done. And Sean Salvage was for US get a pro championship experience with a birdie on 18. Congratulations. So that was good.
Nice to sit there here. What's a really good podcast? There's really a big gallery at 16 right now. Hey, Schwacky. Get over here. Come on, Schwag. What do you mean you're not trusted?
Trey, you want to come up here and join us?
I didn't even shake his head hard, Schwacky.
Yes.
Yeah, why don't you bring Dennis up here? Come on, Dennis, you got some stories to tell. We just want one story, Dennis. One really good story.
So we do have the men on just brings up the men are closely following Casey Hamlin, also from BC. Basically, also qualified with this area. And watch passport verification status for Casey. Has to come down and participate. I know it probably didn't go the way you wanted it to, but yeah, it's just one of the ones that open. This has some trouble, but he's gonna bounce back. He's a young buck player, which is top level players. We've lost these states for now, but we haven't revoked his passport.
He probably doesn't drive as fast in Europe as Thomas though. I mean, I'm just speculating.
Calvin Ward,
Obviously, I've been there.
started, he's moved down 7 spots, but started 76th, I believe, so 5th. Shooting with 2 over 4 down. He was 4 goals and 4 over 4 tournament. So, Calvin, hopefully you can turn this around. Jake, you just had the game. You know what? One thing that I speak to them. I'll put you up here. Speaking of the players over there, Jake is the caddy. One of the things I really like, there's made this happen in a lot of other. But the caddies are winning the best. How we are. There we
Oh,
go.
yeah, that's definitely been something that we've been doing here for a long time.
It's a great addition.
It's that's one thing. Let's talk a little bit about this for a minute. Pace setter. It's gonna come up.
Setter.
It's gonna come up again later today.
Who's the pace setter?
Oh, well, there's only one. Well, there's not only one, but the big pace setter, in my opinion, here and in all this competition before, stepping out with a time where we didn't have that many big events at all. Then, just say, okay, well, I'm gonna run the biggest one.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna continue to do that.
Purpose
And-
from the start.
And there's been a couple different times where it's like, well, I know none of this one, but I don't know what I want to do that. And here we are at 25 and already talking about 26. And it wasn't something that anybody was willing to listen to, really willing to talk about, but it's interesting because, we heard some of that today about our conversation with Dave, where we say, none of us people really wanted to hear about this. Badass, fast flying, build
It's
this.
fine with our subpart.
Yeah, we don't need these. We don't need this. I mean, we certainly don't want ones that go just where we want them to go. Like that's a really good listing. Let's check that out later.
I was sure that they invented the double edge because we wanted to get more distance, and I was really just knocked out.
Maybe said exactly the opposite.
Opposite. He designs the perfect line disc, but much more perfected than what they were throwing, and leveled the playing field. He was the thing of distance, indisputably. You check some of the old magazines, some of the old records again. Probably this museum's got publications, guys down there. And you can see, you can read the reports from the ground floor and see, they've got this
Stacks
staff, they're pretty well got the distance done up. Well, that's, can't speak enough about that.
That's definitely tell the truth. Speaking of which, let's see who's been in. So Holland's still on 16. It must be a good backup going to be there.
Yeah, well, now that Annalise Card is on 16, and Chris Card is part of the bird on 16. So it's going 2 down from the 2 strokes down from falling. So we got our suits just setting themselves up for a pretty epic finish. That's what we expect.
Holland's running it out too.
I think what was it? Kenny's first year that you won by 15? Is that what it was?
He won by a lot here a couple of times.
But I mean, there've been a lot of times where it comes down to like final cup or.
Well, yeah, and that's
17.
again, that's the last 2 tests.
Yeah.
I mean, there's at least 18 tests out there, but you really could say there's probably 36. Because you're gonna have at least 2 or 4 shots on every goal. But if you're not ready for those last 2 tests, that test on 17. And then that test on 18, which really isn't the drive, it's the super CO shot, drive on 18. And grab your bootstraps and pull them on and have to do some work here.
I mean, in terms of finishing holes, And especially when we're all over the shack. 18 is just magnificent. If you're standing on the porch of the shack, you see them drive, you see them come up. Why have we walk over there to the clinic? It's actually finishing off. That's definitely the best. That's what you come to expect out of the top of all of them, of course. Is that 1, 9, 10, and 18 are usually the big signature role, but maybe 16 as well.
Right, right.
And
Formless food.
again, another reason why the USDGC is pushing the boundary forward, because they're taking a lot of lessons, learned from different events and different experiences. While around here once. Yeah, who's gonna be here next week? Maybe Charlie's coming up in about 45 minutes. Hopefully, he wears some guys.
He is wearing a belt. That's on the back. So it's wearing. Charlie, we find us back then.
Class of 2023, this part of the world. And the food ceremony in its traditional Welsh, there's a very specific designation of Welsh, and he wins best dressed. Scott coming up, we're gonna get him.
No, we've been getting to find somebody for us.
Producer Tom.
Here we go. Tell me one second before you father.
Henry was on 17, but it for 30 for certain too. This went. January, first thing. That anyone also 22.
Where you watching it? Or you just popping the story?
No, I'm just looking at the squares here. Again, new this one, do amazing work. You can toggle in between the USDGC and the Pro Paint levels system championship super easy. And to make it all so smooth.
Yes, we're in 22, 20. Excuse me, 24, 22, 21. And there we go, you know, the big weekends. Matteo did it a couple weeks ago. Like had it locked up in the clubhouse. And it has to have that feeling it was what I was expecting. They said 10:30, but we were going to a playoff. You know, it's like you never got comfortable with it. It's not what's happening. Not what's happening. So you know that's an interesting perspective.
So these for you, you've been here for one of this.
Yes.
Seeing all the changes. We go back to the times and interesting conditions and changes. Voice. That was there's no different.
It is, and it's still, we're still improving, man. No, most of it's going to implement as well, but. So the clown spot was right behind us, like where we parked. It was in the middle of that grass field, so you threw a prod before they made the annex to the ball field. And so basically, all 15 runs like this, she passed like right in the middle of it, 4 and 15 makes the turn. And so in a process parking lot, and circle in front of the ballpark, and where the annex is on the ballpark, that's where the bin used to be.
So yes, look at this.
Right on, so we found another someone to join us. What's up, Follow? How are you, man? All right, so we got one of the commentators. He's been over peddling some of his wares, and they were joined by Follow. That's good.
Yeah, your shirts. Love that old school name here. Right. There you go.
How you doing, man? How's everything?
Good, man. Trying to pay very well.
So I want to ask you this, man. How's it been? Are you looking for it? You're hunting for it? Are you feeling like I'm feeling? Like, oh man, it's the last day and I got to eat. Yeah,
Everybody's trying to beat the alcohol and hang out, which I'm all good at hanging out. But I'm like, drinking, so yeah, I feel with it. Able to get me biscuit, trying to find a couple of going to.
it's your energy. Yeah, that's the way my studies have always been at this for 2 decades now, really. Just like kind of like, but I used to sleep over and get 2 different meals from player hospitality, just to make sure that I was ready and keyed up. And, you know, even last year, we talked about it right after the awards were over, and Jonathan goes, man, I've been too long. And I was looking for him. It's good to find it. So you can't find it. How are they going to find it? Talking about the players and the fans. So
Yeah,
it's really,
long week.
that lack of energy is real. And man, on hand has got a bunch of it right now. She's 317, 24 under. So we'll see what happens with the lead card. No, Kristen and Evelyn are telling them. So
And those last two holes, Wednesday, 2 strokes is comfortable enough for Holland. She definitely need to get into the right now. To get that with the fingers crossed, that we have to get it. She's very excited. That's epic. Yeah,
yeah, she had an eagle on 9. Got that too. So that's
So, congratulations, first of all, you're the 2023 Tips on Speed US Masters champion.
Sure.
Ours will love that you got that.
Yeah, man, it's hard to come across big waves. So we're happy we better all really start there.
Yeah,
Yeah, we come back to get one done after a long period.
nice.
Thank you.
Where was it this year? That's
Alex, Oregon.
Oh, you've seen.
Yeah, that's true. Circle bar golf course. It was really the most challenging section I did for that tournament. Next year out there, very exposed, very windful, some very friendly wind. A lot of guys had some time on the plane, you know, and I held down pretty much the average game with everybody out there.
But if you look at the results here, you and Kale finished that even at 202, right? Went to a playoff.
Yeah,
How long did that go?
one hole, one shot practice. Yeah, I guess you could say you won, you got to throw the drive up around 37 feet, 35 feet. After it too, that's how I just, you know, like, man, I better keep this post and end it now because I don't want to play anymore. Just kind of like we're talking about, man, I was running out of steam, you know, everything on. Yeah, I was running out of doing double duty, doing our post production first thing in the morning. Yeah, I was just happy to get it over. It's taking one whole playoff. I like getting it was the best thing. You guys just longer careers I have, probably longer than we have. I'm sure for him it was the biggest disappointment. He was the strongest player this year, my opinion.
what was that again?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Despite the numbers and just historically how wonderful playing on tour is doing. And with all the things he's got going on, that he's still playing at that level, which is incredible.
So we interviewed Keith Murray right before the memorial. And he told us he was preparing this he's playing Masters this year. And like I hadn't finished making the trophies yet. And so like there's 2 trophies that I worked on. It's like this is Juliana's. And then the other one was like, this is probably gonna be chaos. You know, I mean, because I've heard that. I was like, no offense to any of the other guys. And they gave him a battle. There was definitely a battle in the Masters division there, but it was a strange situation for me because I hadn't finished it yet. And I was like, well, this is going to be 2 years, you know, and I felt really confident in that. So, but that's pretty cool. And, you know, just, yeah, you gotta take notice.
Yeah. Watch out for it, so.
And one of the some things as one of the great things from age is you can play with your 39, the year you're turning 40. So we're having new guys move up and we're having big careers in Masters, you know.
It's not the experience these guys for sure. Get the next level. Now you're not doing these 21-year-olds trying to get
And I was going to make that point, you know.
Here out there, we put a couple of guys that still just pretty hard.
Well, you're gonna be playing.
No, you got 2 guys that take it off the grid a little bit. Door and you're right back to level.
It's not so much about the people that you've been playing with your whole career, it's about those 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's about this thing to play. Get away from it for so long.
Incredible stuff on the board, so. Yeah, not playing against those guys is a big benefit. Those guys are the floor. You got change.
So I want to ask you, I was doing research on Barsby, obviously, you guys have been good friends for a long time. I'm serving doing clinics. How many countries have you done clinics in?
Almost 20 out of a couple by now. Got to visit. he and I went together on a pretty expensive tour. One took over the marathon. I think we did 14 different countries and 15 days. It was crazy. It was all in there. We stayed to working and moving, working and moving. Yeah.
Well, no, not just working over, you spread the light, spread the love, spread a lot of people. You guys are very comfortable, charming guys, so I think they two better players than what they're in.
Yeah. But it's a really awesome opportunity for us. You know, we're very privileged to be able to be in this position in the first place. You know, obviously, we work with the top competitors, but then there's another time we got you we really try to touch base with our fans. And we've been involved in community in general and large, you know, be a resource for them to actually add power and knowledge that we've learned, we've been passed down from the great beginning. We feel like it's a responsibility. It sounds like kind of like conscious negative too, where we feel like we're obligated to go out there and do this. I don't think there's we have to do. Some players that didn't do it and don't do it. And I think this was something we will very passionate about. Very responsible for that funding generation with off the narrow being.
Well, I mean, it's disingenuous to think that you get to be a pro level and you don't have an impact on people. You have to realize or have the essentially gravity for a lot of these newer players. Right? Or I was going to be looking up to you when we see the real coach today and you're teaching them. You probably teach them in such an effective way that they get better. March during the meeting.
Yeah, that's the idea. It's very cool. Especially after being around the game for so long, you see the words, you see the level where the entire mental sensitivity and send people in the right direction. It gives them the opportunity to enjoy the game for them. Rather than say to figure out next to the other responsibility, which is better on, you know, like it's the board area. We love competition, you know, and it's very hard to see people. Obviously, not everyone's going to be a top tier good golfer. That's not pretty much transition. Most of a lot of people just want to enjoy the game.
Yeah.
And if we can help promote that, then we feel like our job.
Well, one of the more enjoyable things about the game is being able to throw kind of where you want to throw.
Exactly. That's the point. You know, it's a mental thing, really. The body is only going to respond to the information, you know, it's a great understanding. So, you know, the body is not going to do it the brain never get, but we have to kind of bridge that gap. You know, that's our job is to do it more, we made it a little more understandable. Hopefully, it's kind of this is the better flow and more fun.
So in the energy for certain.
That's very high energy for this star anyway, $0. We had to put up with something. It's clear. Yeah, three of us, three-headed monsters, and we had a pretty nice little couple of weeks while work. And good, you know, but you gotta come up with something. So when I had to play started with still going out as far as getting out of that level. So still a three-headed monster, but yeah, we've been picking up the gigs here and there. You know, we did some. I think we had three. We did one over there. We did one. That was the one that we didn't hear. We didn't find it for the photo. And then we did one all in the US this year. So a little slow. We'd like to do a few more. Probably not 7 people. We lost some opportunities for the Canada players to come out. Spend the day with us. I would do a couple of workshops. Be a speaker, flex start. So we just hanging out, man. Having a good time. It's all about.
Well, I mean, frisbee, but kind of the friends. Throw a little fitness in there.
Absolutely.
That's all fun.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing.
So just based on the last one, it looks like we got 3 cards, 2 cards on the tee at 18 and 1 card playing. The third card looks like on the full on 18, but it's coming down. That 18, I mean, look at that 24, 22, 2020.
So 2-1 red.
17.
Chris guitar and a couple of strokes and almost to the finish line. That's what we have to expect there. Pretty much, yeah. The drama,
Strong finish.
yeah, it was. Two holes, a couple bogeys easy.
I think anybody that's been paying attention all week, I just on to the one of my favorite things about now compared to the early days was that it was a 1 point for 2 foot breaks.
Right.
And now it's a even today, even to the 18 hole in the middle, there's still there's uncertainty on that deep head over there. You know, think about all those butterflies that have to be on that stomachs and you know, maybe not, maybe it's not butter and events too, you know, maybe.
Yeah, following in there with the 43 and so far. That's got to be pureized and
When I speak definitely about it, that maybe
keep that kind of golf and have a chance to the big championship like this. So it's hard to do, man. It's hard to do that mental state where the team is clear.
Yeah.
So that's hard to do, you know,
That's why I'm sitting here and not out there.
Let me ask you this, from a player's perspective, if you have that opportunity like now, you don't have. Or he was in the clubhouse. And steps like that and wonder if there is, I mean, how's that gonna feel? What do you think is gonna go through all?
A lot of things I did, I've never, it's been so ready to work injuries I was, or certain things out there. I didn't have to get to the clubhouse and sit around the race and look at it, that's talking to the past, so I can't relate to that feeling, but I felt that and sitting on the lead in the clubhouse and just, you know, on different deals.
Yeah.
Wondering. I really did go with that one, so.
You know, I said that earlier, that I really expected to raise it for birdies or something, I didn't expect it to hold it, and that's, you know, it's a great perspective, you know, to hear from the player like that, I mean, you guys really, you know, right into the year. And it's awesome, dude, to see, like, without believing up and
Right.
I'm still doing it and see if they get success, you know, it's
Right.
yeah, for sure, and, you know, he's not done yet. You know,
So
don't think so either.
I feel like he's like in mental and physical, like all the pieces, like he's always been a great. So I think there's something to having that experience under your belt, really getting connected with what you got, be able to bring to the game. And he's put the pieces together, like he's really finding that flow here in the second half of his career. You know?
Yeah, without a doubt, yeah.
So we have to figure, let's talk about your player. We always like to talk about the player first. Origin story. What led you? How did you find it?
Not the albatross, not the.
We're gonna talk about that. But I'm trying to make a long story short. So I've been at it with traditional golfer with the teenager and the game. It's not really very good at it still, but I enjoyed it and I was working at it in a minute. The guy who turned out to be my best friend. Around that time, still we were saying, we're talking forward, people the burgers and chicken fries, and I was just talking about what and asked what you like to do for fun, and I said, I like to play golf, and kind of had a little chuckle, and we looked down and said, when you done playing with the ball, I got a real game of golf to show you.
Nice.
My friend was kind of like, what do you mean another golf? Like, what are they all doing today? Like, God, this golf. I said, no. Well, basically, he took me out to go to half the deal, for quarters, and there's an amazing crew already there, you know, so getting involved in having local.
Super cool. I started the strip interviewing the Pioneer ladies in disc golf, and Sue Lauren was one of the first ones to tell me a story. She said, do you know Chris Rugby? And I was like, of course I do. And we were like, hold on a second, we just turn on. Just so many great stories. And
So I went here to get a purple pipe on them. Took me to the first team, and I watched everybody throw, and then I tried to throw, and it was about 32 vertical and 22 backwards, and everybody kind of had a chuckle, and it took about 15 months to figure out how to get the thing to go forward. But you didn't run away from that. So, I had a laugh about it. Yeah. Obviously, most people, they get a little projected when I was natural after, I was a little bit like, I need to figure this out, but I kind of married too, because I came back, I kind of lied, you know, I couldn't tell you the results. I really was like, hey, first time right away, just a couple of years for, well, it didn't really hit. Right around when the TV classic came out, and Anderson Resort, that's when I started getting better. Well, once this over, like, activates, blows up. I mean, that it's like you have your life before this golf, right? And then your life begins, right? And you know, I mean, we talk about all the time about having friendship that we made. None of our lives, all of our lives, completely different if we hadn't had those moments. But
I was doing about it. I never found glass and I haven't found this golf. Again, I have a friend of mine. Bought it together, see another friend's man on Saturday night. He was playing in front of the glass. So. I mean, I owe a lot. I owe a huge debt of gratitude, friendship wise too. And so many friends that I have most to me. That's really that I'll stick with it.
I feel like this golf down here, you know, like, I was really looking for this golf, right? for Charlie Mead and the community was really wasn't really the game that was aspect of it. Taking all of these guys and then maybe the fiery that the guys had in it and you know double. It was just a good time, man. I really got attached to that. I felt like I could be an adult. And with the guys felt embraced by that. I think that really got me interested in broadening my experience with this whole board.
You get the third
A couple
card.
of years between that first disaster with third and fifth bird of the row. Right. To when we played your first tournament. It was 4 years. 4 years. Yeah. And then the best
Third
that I did.
The third card's on to 18 now, so you spent second in the first part. Yet to play, so
Yeah, it was
it's gotten down to it. Yeah, it's been down to it.
finally you have 40 career wins in the NBA. Only one of which was a manager. You have 39 pro wins, right? That's pretty good. A lot of people say it's 1 and 1. It's the one amateur, 1 master, and 38 pro wins. Wow. I have my first tournament I played in Long Beach. I played, I think it was NA2. I think I won my 6 trips, and they called me Panbagger. I went in and won. Immediately, I think I may have played 1 or 2 tournaments for that more than the next one I played. 3/4 of the team, and then I went to come out and I'm going to the team because no man. Okay. Yep. Well, a lot of times they would
Hold on a second. You got one switch minute that was the major.
that was it. 1 2.
No, you're not playing a lot of masters.
I played a few times. I played Masters World and how many fans a couple of years ago. And I did 1 year with competition with all the commentary and then came back to the I've been able to do
Nice, dude, that's awesome.
50% win rate here in Masters. I know with that. For staff Nando out there, that's a good number. Your first pro tournament was the St. Patrick's Classic. Yeah. Looking at these names and it was a list of all the all-time organizations. Right, Josh Handoff and Gibson and Rico, Jason Siren, yeah, Nate Doss, Roger Chancellor, yeah, and the list goes on. Pretty good. Actually, Aaron Minton, the general, yeah, that's a great name out there. The thing is, you could spend your time if we were just in California and never really have any reason to leave because the competition fields are so strong and deep. Yeah, the West did produce a bunch of these, and that was for sure. Obviously, the first for it, you know, the real grassroots, if it's all so down.
Yeah, we can get back to the beginning. After this, we've been all.
Yeah, we produced a lot of great baseball. All around. I was very fortunate to be in that environment. That really nice was playing for Tony to watch a lot of really great players. And I had a lot of long and slowly learning there. So there wasn't supposed to there wasn't any other. If you didn't go out there and watch and learn and absorb it for yourself, and
Yeah, you're gonna find it for the neighborhood.
and there weren't any clinics or anything. Yeah, really well. They were doing that exactly. That was not really a thing. You might get you're in here with a demo or something, but it was a workshop down fired at the region. So I mean, it's amazing to think how you think we're trajectory, but you did leave California. Yeah. Then I went for another 9 months, and moving on somewhere. Students, not really sure where yet, but got a few places. Looking more west, you know, Oregon, Washington potentially. Can't go wrong with Oregon. Yeah, for sure. I was like here.
I took a great trip this summer, went all the way. I went through Phoenix and Flagstaff on the way to Tacoma, and went through Portland as well. And I've been there in Portland and Seattle, but I had never driven it. Oh my God, that was just amazing. Such a good time.
What brought you to Ireland? I'm sure you guys have probably heard on the internet. Congratulations.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Congrats, man. Let me start it out, man, for sure.
Yeah, Brady and I actually one of our first time, he's probably was in Des Moines, Iowa. Out there for a week, you know, and what he, fiance van, that's when they first started to do. Yeah, you know, it's been a couple of years and maybe there's another one. Next move to the next level. It's great.
Yeah, they said.
Yeah, April 27th.
Nice.
The Royal Light.
Love the Kansas City area. Such a great amount of golf up there.
It's a really special sports too, that they come from the same place.
Really, it's not anything is working out on today, it's just not anything that are. Are you having, that's about their public, but they want her, I think, the. Last phase of the able to, and we have shown how it's gonna be a lot of. We're hoping to do it next fall, but it's really starting the week, getting time off and all that, organize that, the time of the. Really, really, you know, other good time to do it besides. Nobody wants to do it. We're just like, yeah, I guess we gotta do it. And make everything fit in together. We both kind of like, but time to do on the start already.
Well, you know, the life happened at this meeting.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was pushing.
How much?
I
mean, with things we almost straight on it. That's what shifted it. What happened? I think that's what happened. And, you know, I think that it's serious. Series of which distance they open doors, they do things in the past. Like you said, you would think of one there.
Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, I was an advocate, and a lot of things have changed back then. A lot of the way the operating, and the individual had, evolved. Yeah, see what you deal with, you gotta take the out there, and stuff like that, and they're effective, and you know, just a lot of the things that we have.
So you really don't have any idea where you're
I have no idea, man, it's wide open.
That's a pretty neat, that's a neat prospect, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've always been very neighbors, so, right, I can use the daily work. One is my favorite one. Yeah, I'm not getting cold. Yeah, the next few months are gonna be brutal for me. I don't have any body. And then it gets below 45. I'm like, hey, you guys have to fun out there. You know, I'm good.
So
Well, it's interesting where I live. Some of my friends tell me about a 49 year old. It wasn't a 49 year old, they go, but they between 40 and 90.
Yeah. I'm just actually out there. I got that crazy what it means. I wish I could go back to SoCal all the time. I don't think she would catch it back.
well, I guess part of this also wouldn't be there. She gets.
Yeah, it's totally.
What happens next, man?
Totally gonna be coveted.
Figure it out. Find something on the rest.
What type of practice? What's your specialty?
She's a general surgeon. She does a lot of academic. Basically stuff in the place.
Interesting.
No, that's for them.
Yeah, she stays on top of me, man. She puts me to get some insurance and, go to the doctor more and get my checkups and all that good stuff.
All those things we're all supposed to be doing as we get older.
Yeah.
Gary told us our state.
Right.
Right. I was just encouraging everybody, but especially us older guys.
Yeah, gotta get that out.
Not getting able to solve it.
It's good. They're coming in heavy the last. But yeah, for sure, man. It's so important to go take care of the young dog kids. Yeah, lady there was a little more. Yeah, they don't seem to be so apprehensive about it, but it's kind of religious. Don't be embarrassed about taking care of yourself.
Yeah, it's nothing to play with.
Healthcare feeling for no reason other than just shame and pride. And the speaking was I was done.
I'll get checked out. Hey, I'll be. Yeah, we'll let you around. Your friends like that.
Yeah, well, we want you around for a long time.
There's kind of what happened?
Colin took a bogey, so she's at 23. So second card's in the clubhouse. We got Tristan on.
Fighting finish.
It is.
We may be going to extra innings here.
Wow. I'm talking about playoffs.
I wonder what that's a good question. I haven't asked this year. Do you know what the playoff would be?
Usually it's 1,
1, 2,
17,
17, 18. Probably about 17, 18 again if necessary.
How many times did Kenny and Barry?
We went around 3 times.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't seem like that was ever gonna end.
Yeah.
Were you here on that too?
Was that?
Were you here on that one too?
I was even road that's when I rode 2003.
And it was,
I was in Chicago working at a golf
I
club.
was like, when we get into it, seriously, and then like that. Didn't get to it, didn't figure it out, like I didn't know, Jonathan obviously had a plan, but I was like, well, think again, didn't we think to after the question, what are we doing? So 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3 would be my guess.
Well, they're making it interesting, but, you don't want to take any more time.
Again, man, the problem. Had about an hour for I got to get the goose and I got to do better do it. Takes hand and time for this.
They definitely get you some Philo gear.
Yeah, we got it, got the net, everybody keep plugging in out those, finally got them on deck, got the goods, got your cool plastic, very clearly good, you don't know good. I run the company, I run my own. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.
Definitely, it was good to do you. Thanks for joining us. We'll have to get you on next year for a full time. Yeah, right on. Thanks, guys. Thanks, people. All right, folks, we're coming down to the wire, obviously. Got the lead car on, technically the lead car's in the clubhouse, but
They're all watching.
yeah, obviously. Well, if anybody had used my names.
First of all, I agree with you. That's the thing that should go on. So Holland and is sitting in the clubhouse, we're probably at the shop, right?
Pins and needles.
Can this be? It's active, you know, all works.
Yeah, it's on, right?
Birdie or so right now third place. And I was looking for a birdie and hard it's good to see that.
Oh, yeah, good to, I got around to gather than anybody else mentioned right now, so. Should be a good time.
Ellen Hansen, Eagle. Fifth place. This in sixth place. Gotta check out all the results. Or, yeah, that's. And it's 30 that, so also it's been 10. And Christmas, it's hard to 30. So check it out.
Or send you fly out.
That's huge.
17, 18, 17, 18.
How many holes are in to get to? You were better
I
than
just about 6 right there, so I'll go with it.
6. I think it's gonna be like 1 and done. It's like 5.
1 and 10, maybe, never know.
That whole one, I mean, it's simple as a whole. So I think it's Dave is getting it. Especially everyone there knows probably good.
No question about it.
Especially when you got people saying they're watching it. I mean, green calls out your name.
Yeah, well, I guess they won't get the any green call out this time, but still, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You look at this, I mean, it's a double bando, and I mean, it isn't, but it is. I mean, you gotta thread the needle, and just let that flick around, so.
Did it used to be?
There's a man on the right side, you can't go right, but you can go lefty, lefty laser.
So now, we'll grab this one at it.
You can see in this drone look, I've actually got it on my phone, you can see that drone look, big movement. The crowd is like charging down the street up there. She tested that.
No works in the area.
So we can move on to Charlie. I think Charlie is all band away there on the women, so you're not gonna see.
I saw the map here just a little bit ago. I don't know.
Well, maybe we can start playing band playing music. Let's say. That'll get his attention. Well, it's nice, got it.
It's a possibility. All right, I guess. Shots for
There he
yours
is.
and
Come on up, Charlie.
yeah, come around over here, stage left.
And this is a great idea. I feel like I have to salute.
Sure.
One round and not.
Welcome. Have a seat. Put this thing right in your mouth.
That's the full regalia right there. Ba-da-da-da.
I got the succeed thing. This is me right here. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna talk real quick. For a national break. Put this thing right in your mouth and get to know them.
All right, so there's a real resident which I'm on over here, consider thanks to class 2023, $1 pay in that Charlie Mead. I was together, same first experience. It was only to one. I was like, it's small. Something good, but it couldn't very it's like, it's a carnival, it's a party, it's a circus. Almost, it's whenever we have the devil. It's actually good. How was your experience from your perspective being on the floor? Something like that when you stood in the class of 2023, in front of the entire building ceremony and then. It was really interesting. Obviously, well, I wasn't prepared for. Number of people that are saying that I've been that's goals to genuinely retire and provide everyone who's in the room. A big question I tend to have to enjoy English about I want to strengthen and this is really but for me, this was about. Well, I mean, people that may not know, they probably don't know personally, they probably never certain areas, they say, not in here, everybody in here at Mars, but everybody in America, North America, it's good. For me, going through the process, getting news and research, lift it always comes up. Sand, winds, wood, which was the first lift. Yes, like the World Congress Federation, it's better than 1995. That's still running. So, and I'm all European. Players, all of you, all of you, the country to do. When one over past and actually, I think I would go but we were, that to say, what we do. But in Europe, I have really, yes.
Yes, well, I'm looking at the fresh places crowd there, and they don't think any idea.
That's true. I can't see it. I don't have any idea about it. It's gone. I need to. Thanks. Need to show my. One. We need to be. Medic. We're playing. What? People like this. So where they came. I know this them they. I'll be. Always do what they should. And then, you know, just this week, I go, that's go. I'm. Once not marriage blind. Real nice. I did my heart. They said, "Nice." As you know, I have been playing in the child family. Anyone just to know, you know, again, look at the. I think we really a really good place for us. I don't have too much to. Put the law.
That's one of the fences we always have with the origin story. And you got into it. So let's just jump into it here. Your first go to the UGA database, the first UGA event, or at least the weapons, is the 1981. It was the IFA World Muslim Championships. Were you playing frisbee golf before that?
I was I'm looking at with 70 states that we've got. And I think we went to them and I want to finish the running the champion. So we just go out the park, roll back for 4 years, big step back. So there. Everyone like not doing so yeah, it's a joke.
We got a funny contest going on the one right now. Colin is lining up her putt. And I don't know, it can't be much more than a few feet separating it. Yeah, this is she's not very mean.
I was so proud of her.
Oh, yeah.
It's. I left that. After one. It wasn't until the whole country. Anyone did it. Until one of these.
Crashing it.
Well, her now is just deadly.
Got it. It's down the line.
West one?
Yeah, so
Okay, so we did a little under, I said it was gonna be 1-1 left, I said 6, so and now they say 4.
that's good. That's the same bed.
So second time that one second.
No,
it's fine.
I actually might have split it between because they're still putting out, but Colin's not bears and Kristen's even closer, so.
So, just to put you in perspective here, you are a steady edge, you are long term TV for the British Open, 2012 European Championships, TV, course designer, competitor, administrator, roller, British Open champ 11th. British Open champ, all the best in front of this. You are also in. That's great work through we're going this way to get this company into the world scene. And It's also okay.
How? I agree. Well, Chris is doing the water, you know, so still in the process, so it's not looking good. All is safety in the bills. Tristan's on the green. So looks like a layup and a drop in, might say for all in.
It's kind of deflating.
Yeah, we think that, you know, maybe it was a run, maybe it would have been a run this year, drove it big time. But anyway, hey, that's, you know, that's human. She's been unbeatable in the majors this year, and this technically isn't a major, but it just as well be. And so,
So let's talk Charlie Mead.
and it bounces back off the face, it takes like a little 3-foot roll backwards to the right. Also. Just, yeah. We got a winner.
All right.
Congratulations on the
Wow, I mean, we can talk about this all day, but this course, it's the last drop, and you gotta leave strong, focused. After 4 days, it brings down. Stay focused.
Here you go. Yeah, there's, I mean, even, you know, coming to the end. I know it looked like, oh, well, maybe she's running away with it. No. We got one more hole, yeah, there's the time. Choose comfortably on the chains all weekend. And then save the best for last, you know what I mean?
So.
Good one. One Yeah.
There's one type. Increase. Very well, this you could. And you're never put it low slow. I guess we don't see if they can be most. So, we don't have any. Well, I thought it's here. And he started using, I got the 11. Started. Well, basically, is fast. I went for them on and no one lost it. Anyway, that's it. It's I guess they did not yeah, but the good news is we don't have it. It's only one. So we will play. Okay. One. Yeah, it's one of these things. We go to the thing. Well, a 6 year good chance of one. What? Almost done because there's no use of
I know. So I know you talked about this earlier about the world game, but I think I want to move on to the process. I mean, what all went into even getting into the conversation, let alone getting it to happen, and now getting to happen again.
So we'll find this go actually. And well, that's actually so if that represent national. And we've had ultimate. Well, we've already got. There are some schools representing association. Well, they might have two. It's like, so you might have, for example, you know, flashlights and BMX, road roads, right? So they all behind it. It's the same thing, just. I just want to say you can say this goal was so long. Well, I go through them. Just all out. So. Not more about this. So they're really. What we have to leave is sense. We start the process off. There's looking to what should accomplish it. What's see the job of our what we were doing. No, thinking it's people. The whole way. By anxious or watching there's well, they provided all the data here. Everyone was just like, all the bees, we had one for your plan. So, asking questions for it's all about it is about telling like it is one of the questions. It's literally so that's when it's going to be the August of 2025. And we're saying that's taking place in China, you said. I'll show you. Well, so and the teams, we're dealing with some more like actually. They are something. That would be the ultimate change, right? So they don't conform. And we really start out. But they're not in the point. So, typically, as a final note about, and about, okay, I do believe that when Henry was going on, to organize the first group of there. So, this may be the second one. We have. Really, wow, the agreement was not off the. This is not travel.
But there's lots of individuals to go out there. It'll happen. What happens is goes through.
So, no, I think it's obviously the World Games special in 2001, you know. Somebody's opinion, very show, but still, you know, still, we vicariously all celebrate, feeling the uplift with the national, you know, voting finish. So these two, the one for sure in China, potentially the second one, that's really exciting advancements forward, nationally. And if you were saying, Sam, you're in that free speech, talking about the importance of team. It's a team for all, because a lot of, you know,
But the other interesting was some things like how basis. I always look at that sports not. So I mean, this the ultimate that I've never seen. Yeah, but also the rule is it's just don't. So everybody match play also in moment. Everyone is to play. But we get topics. If you said you and
right.
Doubles, match play, alternate shot.
I've never liked that shit. It's like your best,
Yeah, it's just like
your best, yeah. On top secret, basically your top secret. So, and even if you're all the spots, there are finished there, and so what do? You do what you like. What you want to do is make everyone the thing happy. That you're valued. Contribution. And you've got to learn how to I haven't said the things, the stone things. Stop looking once you. Because they didn't select it right. With that, I'm very big. It's just really good. Let's let you. Living right now. Now, what is the album? Which now, but the athletic right in the sport. Business actually. They didn't win the last time. But it was like the way in which they train development of camps. Okay. So those countries going up the rankings with the top or women actually that gets abundantly. Without us running the world, if they want to do it, no world is much actually. But because we do countries that are selective, all the countries that are all got money to national government. Please, even though 2017 or 2016, the Russia has to be and then in the next 5 years, it's there. this was really good changes. European changes in the book. Well, they've got my interest in something and support. It's really all about this strategy. That was not but you don't need that.
I think the team aspect is working with them, even help to drive, especially on global thing, even forward.
It's what I'm trying to do is actually with things, say, big always how we look for something else. Rather than
Well, especially if you're going up, it's like, I talked about this the other day, like, on the Kansas City team, that was sitting in the team tournament, and we went, the last time we went, we didn't have a grandmaster. So we were down 7 points going in, and the way we set up our roster, I think all talked about, it, we had a team captain who we all worked together on it and made suggestions. And we had the local caretaker follow stuff up, we put him as the 1 seed, and he was the sacrificial lamb, hoping that he could skip a couple bushes. Because he was playing against all the top players, he ended up splitting right down the middle. And then we had Mike Randolph at 2, we had me at 3, and Randolph split, and I split right down the middle as well. And so that, that helped us overcome us 7 points right away. And then the other folks contributed, and so we made the final, and then we got slaughtered. But we made the final, and it was, I still look back at that, it's one of my golf highlights as a player. Because when that's high Scott Martin, this it's right there in Harvard, they say in those 2 tournaments, and we made those 2 matches, and Scott told me there's one ball on the road ball. We've been there the month before the Hall of Fame ball. I took a point off him because I don't think any righties ever take any point off him. Because it was a pure lefty, it was like a 350 piece out there lefty. I don't know it. And then made the putt. He'd already putted 3. Yeah, and the birdie. So it's like I don't got too many glory stories, but that was definitely one of them. So
that's the policy. The question is good. So it's one of those things that is and the match and we want them not really play with them. Let's say top is but it was a life again, nothing was. You need to be ready that that was wasted for. It doesn't because it's I think this is over the years.
I think okay, I know, but but we also here doing this because so we have a privilege and we glad to have the share some space. And I know you got to thank the bench to get that money. But that's some very smart stuff.
you're not gonna wear
At least it'll make you please hear them.
It's so bad. And make what sleep.
my bad. At least try.
Well, Charlie, Elizabeth, sir.
Yeah, it's definitely a highlight hanging up from this week for sure.
Really such a lot. Just how.
doesn't matter if they're yeah. I mean, we would have been into the last office next year and there's gonna be a lot of fun. On the way in or the way out, on the thing.
We hang out with them to be taking notes.
Yeah, well, I don't want to play there's art object or do. Be great. All right, thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
Coach, I will say, look forward to the next time our basketball team got it out. You got it, man.
That was great. Yeah.
Perfect. And we're still a lot of these.
That's why we think, you know, some trace for that, yeah, so. I want to get more shot.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Charlie. Charlie Mead, people take it for this. And fresh, the world is go home, thank you. Looking fresh.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks for that outfit, you know, I'm best dressed. Still, man, it's several, gift certificates.
Just got on there.
Thank you. We have time for one quick guest here before we gotta get off the stage. And that one quick guest, it's an old friend.
Old friend, very old friend.
Over to Jay Bird, Mathis up here.
Was it-
Down there, I saw you get branded by Tom.
Put the disc on the map.
Yeah, there's Jay Bird.
What's up, buddy?
Sir.
Have a seat. Tell some stories. All right, folks, we are here live with Jamer Mathis and one of my very good friends for years and years and years. And the way we met is really, it's really ironic for me because now, you know, there's all these different ways that I meet people, but back then it was traveling in the entertainment business. I had a course directory and I would call guys up when I come to town.
Paper, of course.
A paper course directory, not one on the phone. Yeah, for sure. And so I go do these gigs, we go on gigs in different towns and it happened to be in East Lansing, Michigan, 2 summers in a row. And I called Sal Vickers out of the directory and got some course and which is the parking lot. But my new friend Jay Mathis, you were probably going by Jay at the time.
I was, I remember my Jay Bird, I did serve all of that, that was about 4.
Oh, it's still a lifelong nickname, right on. Well, so that was the first time I met him. And then a year later, we was in the same town doing the same gig. Called Sal again. He took me out, and there's Jay Bird in the parking lot, and he quit teaching. And he started selling discs. I got 3 discs out of his first time. I think it was 1 AVR, 2 rocks and an AVR. I think is what I got.
Remember that?
That was back when there was, what, 3 manufacturers?
Yeah, exactly. Because
Did you ever do any sample on lighting?
Nope, I got into this for about a year, but that was about I never told any of his dads, but
You also doing guys.
definitely. Yeah, I mean, I thought Vanderbilt was a guy at this purple. And the girlfriend saw that the guy was 2,500, that guy in Peters. And I made a fancy flower applique, and everyone said, "That's the coolest thing I've ever seen." So I had a brainstorm. I think that was. It was good worked out.
and maybe there wasn't a party. I know last week. No. What's your number now that you got it?
2.6 million.
2.6.
This guy.
Scary.
That's a lot of diving.
It is, and I'm still working. I enjoy it all. There's nothing as fancy as what these guys are doing over here. I bought one from. I can't remember the name of the guy. It was like Chris from Madness. Because their stuff that's real art. Mine is mass produced. Kind of art.
But yeah, you see some people that
They go on.
Oh, they do such amazing stuff. I really appreciate
It's
this.
really crazy. what
Artistic.
People are doing out there.
It's fine. And I really appreciate it because it looks so cool and it hasn't seemed to hurt my business. So. In the early days, something like that would bump me out.
Yeah, but it's, it's kind of opposite. I mean, there's going through.
That's right. That's right.
You know,
That's right. Not the passion fruit that mine's for that just run the mill horses.
and marches are good. Nothing better to start your day after that than that.
Yeah, so Jay, one of the questions we'd like to ask is, Roy just going. Your J number is 6430.
Correct.
First of all, let's start with that. What would certificates would be?
I got my PBJ number because they talked me into playing the Worlds down in Detroit in 1992.
Oh, nice.
And I needed a PBJ number to play. That back then anybody could play. They wanted, they were please play.
Yeah, we need some players. We need more entries.
And I knew there's courses well down there, and I was doing pretty well in the M1 division. And but I just did turn, I think it was 35, the Masters.
Yeah, sure.
And I went pro at that point. I had a ball now. But really enjoyed the competition, meeting some of these guys. Holy cow, this guy can throw it a while ago. I need to be better. And so that was and I played, I think, 9 Worlds in a row.
But it was good.
Where did you try?
That's good. That's the youth that book.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
for sure.
That was the end of the big, they call the big can.
Right. Right. Can-Am was real big at that time. Go to Canada, you know, to Toronto, and Etobicoke, St. Thomas, and you know, all over Michigan and Ohio. I think Rochester.
That's good.
I never made
Yeah,
it
was
to
part of
Pittsburgh.
that.
Because I heard that was fun.
And we can have bottles that here.
I remember that.
Crazy job for us. So you go to the world, it's finals, second, third thing. In those reverse.
Mine was the first time and earlier that year, I played in Canada. And it was cold and drizzly. I didn't play in blue. And I said, this is the world champ. He's playing in blue jeans. And I talked to him once I got to know him. And he said, sir, I can't do this summer. I didn't know I need long pants. Yeah, and I was watching him. And he's like, wow, that's just a different sport than I play. I mean, his hands are as big as my head. It's, you know, he's got to say, it's such form. And a class guy. That's the first time I ever met Steve Weisskopf. I played with Steve Weisskopf's group. And I didn't know it. I think he was a world champion at that point.
And they went 88.
Yeah, yeah. And he was this guy, he said, you know, after this round, you want some pointers, I'll give them to him. Because he was just a madman, but so good at it. And it was just this, one of the nice, I met so many nice people that I still know today. That were just, you know, most competitors in the past seems, nowadays anyway, aren't gonna step aside and say, hey, you know, I can improve your game. Yeah, but that was a very beginner. You know, in the pro ones anyway, or the pro field. But yeah, that was Ken Kleinall is, this guy is. The reach and the stretch that he had when he threw was just, he was like the Terminator, I was calling.
Completely different universe.
Yeah, because he was like the Terminator. He's like, this is a machine, this is not a man.
Well, when you look at, just look at the top. And it shows you that you show the world's final great job, Steve, Jeff, Craig, and Mitch, Brad, and Jeff was really special. Oh, but legendary things, but he, and he going down, it's like, you know, it's like.
Yeah, that was a fun world to watch. I watched the finals. And it was at Addison, I believe. And that course, yeah, that course at the time was just like something that we've never seen. And we drive, you know, we live 2 hours away. We used to go down there and play all the time. Plus, there's tournaments there. And river bends, upper and lower. Those were both, and they had the whole, like the first factories and the big ring that used to sit on the basket itself in the cage, right?
Spit those butts out.
And my butts never get spit out. I never put that hard.
But there was a period of time where that ring just kind of.
Yeah.
And they're like a hula hoop.
Yeah,
And if you're just went over and it just right.
bounced right out.
And it go right back over the rim, off the low.
My disc goes so slow, they barely make it over the ridge, so they never got kicked out. And I'm still
You're
like
in
that
your
way.
man. So how did you get into the game? What led you to the police?
You know, a friend of mine, Fred Lage, nobody knows him, him and I, he thought we invented it. We were on Michigan State's campus and we decided we're gonna throw frisbees at the light posts. And we made 2 different courses. And one day some dude came up there and said, "Oh, you played frisbee golf?" And I said, "That's a thing?" They said, "Oh, yeah, there's a course in Lansing, Grand Woods."
Wow.
And so all of a sudden we got the bug. And then we met Sal Vickers, who told us there was a course with actual baskets. He described these baskets to us in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So we went there and biker gangs and broken glass everywhere. But we're kind of scared. And then we heard about courses down in Detroit, Wagner Park course. Were the first ones in Detroit are Royal Oak. That was we just got on a binge and started playing tournaments. At that time, Sal Vickers would throw tournaments with kegs in the back of his Trans Am.
Nice. He was still driving that Trans Am when he drove me to the park those times too.
Yeah, but he drive around a keg to feed everybody's beer thirst. I'm not much of a drinker, so it's like, I want to drink beer and play disc golf. I want to win this. And then started, you know, traveling everywhere. Then I noticed a need in the park, like people need to buy discs somewhere, so I started ordering.
And it just dominated.
Yeah, it is down there. I don't sell this any longer. I mean, thank goodness, 80 manufacturers. How do you guys keep them in stock? I don't know how anybody can.
You just have to isolate.
Yeah, but you know, the flavor of the week this week, nobody wants next week.
Well, I tell you,
It's true to that.
your disc was some of the first custom maps that I've seen. And I remember giving, I think it was my first trip to Michigan. Deep there, but I went to brought it back. Joe Bigwood, but saw your this most J burn spread. Do this for just a basic splash. And he still has that in his bag.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hand drawn, and it took my buddy DJ over a year to draw that. And it ended up having JAY for this. And I said, no, this is J, letter J for this. I said, but it's good enough. It's good. Well, I'll take it. Because it's just like, it's been a year. I need a hot stamp. Unfortunately, DJ died this past year. That's okay. Yeah, it worked out.
So he got me that piece of art that got you into the door. And it's
Yeah, he was a good artist, but didn't have a lot of motivation.
now they Michigan seniors talked about this with Jay Gary. For a long time, the Michigan Disc Golf Organization would run a statewide unsanctioned series of events aimed at grassroots development and participation.
Right.
And that was really instrumental in getting Michigan to the point where it's at now. And even though Frisbee has been in Michigan forever, since the dawn of time, basically. What were some of your impressions on this?
I remember going to one of the first meetings with him, and everyone got there late, and then they decided to go to dinner. So I said, I'm here. I came for a meeting at 1 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock, and now we're going to start the meeting at 6 o'clock. But I went to a lot of those meetings, and it just seemed like they did not know how to run a good meeting, but they got so much done. I really appreciate the boys in MBTO who still do it, and a lot of the past guys who come to them. They really, volunteered their time to make it work. And I did some of that volunteering, but I ended up just being more of a sponsor because I just couldn't take the meetings.
Well, and those, I sat on the sideline with us. And just decided, okay, it's not going to go too, because that if they were definitely banging heads, but yeah, they make a lot of great events, and we call those events at Ludington over the years.
You betcha.
Like when I get to, standard Huntersville and.
They did the world's,
Yeah.
and ours for
Great next to it.
that's my last tour.
2000?
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you go over when they had the Rose and Parks?
yeah, I went there, when they had it in Grand Rapids, a few years ago, whenever that was. I went, it's good to see old friends and, yeah, I mean, I came here last year for the first time in 15 years. And the young guys that are playing this sport make Kenny look,
It's unbelievable, right?
yeah, I mean, these guys are like Kenny on super steroids. Because they are just phenomenal players and athletes, and it's so nice to see the way this sport has grown. And it's so popular now that real athletes are getting into it, not just people who are splitting the total fit.
Right, yeah. And that's one thing that when we talked with Jay about, he was talking about different generations of who pioneers. He was of that generation where they were athletes in the sport,
Right.
bringing that athletic mindset. Because a lot of times, we're not athletes, that's for darn sure. But you know, you see a lot of your game is stopping.
Right.
But that's what's going to push you forward to competition and setting the bar, course records, field sizes versus all that stuff.
The sport has grown so much, it's so good to see. And I mean, there's so many faces here I don't know, which is fantastic.
It's true, it's true.
But it's so good to see the faces that I do.
We used to be on the fan ground, so people were like, friends who probably the best. So success.
Right.
And, I was at age one, down 28, and then 20% of the crowd, I'm not 80.
If you're
Like
lucky.
80% are that are all new and foreign.
I was just having lunch and some guy sat down next to me and chatted a little bit. I look over, so aren't you Chuck Kennedy? I said, good chamber. And we talked for like 10 minutes before we realized. And he's like, oh my God, really? Yeah, we used to play down the Florida Triple Crown every year. And we were always, the same group, but we had about the same skill set. Not that great.
Man, that's right before the trivia point. That was, anybody from North Bay was very friendly with that.
We was in Florida playing baseball, 3 tournaments in 10 days. Oh, yeah, that was wonderful.
Yeah, that was the times I got one of those in my belt as well.
You didn't have to travel like that.
No. Clearwater. I remember some guy, I was practicing Clearwater the first time, and some guy was, teeing out behind me, and he flips it over my head, asking, "What the hell is that?" And it turns out he comes up and I recognize him. You're Kenny Clanto. What's your name again?
When I played was when I know Melbourne.
That's my favorite course ever. Barnett Park. Barnett Park is just designed beautifully by Lewis. And it's such a cool park. That was my favorite. But Melbourne was a great course, and those boys did some good work. And then they went to Gainesville a couple of years after that. And Gainesville was a nice.
I got that first one in, for me, that was where I found out about this too, Jonathan. So it's ironic because I see Jerry Gosher standing over there in my tent, and Jerry Gosher was working for Nissan at the time, and he was handling the auto auction in Orlando that week. And so he came over and stayed with me in Melbourne. Maybe it was in Melbourne, maybe it was Daytona, I don't know. Somewhere over there in Florida. And then Jonathan was down just promoting, like he was just selling the idea. And I believe that was when he secured Melbourne as one of the qualifiers. And he had, remember the folios that were clear that had that colored piece of plastic, and you put all your papers in it.
Right.
And you run the plastic that Jonathan had like a PowerPoint that was printed and showed it to me. And he goes, "Here, what do you think of this?" And I read through it, and it's just like, yeah, this is what we need to do. And he was already thinking that way a year before the first one in 99. And it was
And I
There was something else.
Yeah, when I first heard the idea of this, I was like, I need to sponsor this. This is a genius idea. How can I be part of it? Because I just thought this is really cool. And that was 25 years old. You know, I talked about Gainesville and how they had the Triple Crown there. There was these 3 kids that were playing when I was practicing one day. And these kids could throw it up mile. I mean, and they were good. It's like, you guys should play professionally. And Double G is one of those kids.
Yeah, Evan's here this week, and
Is he really?
Yeah, he came up and talked to me at the.
I wouldn't even recognize him. I heard recognize Double G, and I see him every year.
He told me that it took him a minute to realize that he knew me too, but then again, just I don't know if you remember me, but you know, I'm doing with him. And then Ben, I didn't know there's another brother that didn't know well at all.
Right.
Any years that I've ever met him. But Evan and Ben and Aaron, definitely all people that I knew in the 90s, you know, well, early 2000s, I guess is the better way to put it.
I remember they came up to the Grand Rapids and Worlds. I don't know what year that was, but and they just blew the crowd away. I think I sponsored them. I can't remember, but I mean they were young. I mean, really young.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, like, I don't think they could get on a plane. I think Sean had, I can't remember Sean's last name, but I think he had to come with,
Oh, the overall enhancement guy, okay?
long blonde hair.
I'm not sure.
I remember his name if, it'll
As
take
soon
a
as
while.
somebody says it,
Yeah, I'll figure it
as soon as
out.
we get that, they're like, oh,
But yeah, they were too young to fly by themselves. I'm pretty sure Sean came up with them. But they wowed the crowd. They're all juniors.
yeah.
Throwing the, 350, 400 feet. Playing better than the years.
Sign, the sign of things to come.
Yeah,
Hey, are we talking about the Caribbean?
Yeah,
Are we talking about Grand Rapids Dam Road?
yes.
Okay, so I was telling Griffin this, in club with you this the other day. I clearly remember the wait for the ones to start, rounds are all done, we're at the main part, where was the big, the big
Riverside.
and there was a spur of land that went up.
Gotcha.
And the little basket.
Yeah.
And so, and so they're frisky and so everybody's trying to throw it in the basket, because it's just like, it was in a 10-foot wide strip, right? And, you're losing your disc, you're not getting it back. And I remember watching Garrett and his brother, I think, is it Evan is his brother? Yeah, watching these 2 kids. It was almost from the feet out there. It was, oh, I know, these 350. And they were busting the town. And I'm pretty sure that was you did. And we were all freaking out. Look at this little butterball. It's 4th place, crushing it. And
It's mind-boggling, the form and the power that form created.
yeah.
Something I never had was form. Like I was watching some of the women play, some of the women age, the shoe.
Yeah.
And she has got such an unbelievable form. And she's a tiny woman and she just crushes it. I wish I had that kind of form.
Well, she's got all that long hair, but she doesn't have it tied up. That's all part of the thing too.
Is that right?
I've seen her a couple of times with hair just in the full rotation. It's pretty amazing. That's, someone who's completely lacking.
I just want to circle back, even though you didn't have the stomach for the meetings for the MPGL,
Right.
you are in the MPGL Hall of Fame.
I am.
Class of 2015 with
Inaugural year.
Sue Stevens, one of our
Yeah.
favorites,
You saw her recently.
and Jim Kennedy.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a class right there.
Yeah, I felt that for sure.
And it looks like that's the end of the class.
It is.
But that's amazing. Not only going to the Hall of Fame, but the first class.
Yeah, I'm proud of that. I really appreciated the people that put me in. It's more of a small committee back then because people were involved. Now it seems like they're putting anybody, you just got Hall of Fame. For the people that But we always envision all of things, something that people that have done something to improve the sport.
Yeah.
And, you know, and somebody's won worlds, I get that, and kind of thing. So usually people who win the worlds have done stuff that improve the sport. But,
Sure.
but yeah, it seems like we're running out of all five candidates, and it's more of a popularity contest now. It used to be just a committee getting together and saying, okay, here's the pluses and minuses. Now it's more of a popularity contest. I mean, Jim Schultz got it here, who's done more for disc golf than pretty much anybody in the state of Michigan combined. I mean, he's put been all around the world. With Jim Oates, he's helping with the Eagle Springs Foundation. He's won the Emeralds, and he's one of the nicest guys that ever meet. People like that, I think, deserve to get more faith.
So Ken Gillis has been in the same class. No,
Yes, he was.
no, but I see from your face that the US have the right direction to go.
Well, we can talk about Ken all you want. He's a friend.
But it's, I love the fact that states are doing state-based policy thing.
You betcha.
And, you know, there is one world college thing, but there's a lot of other college policy things.
Right.
And they're, you know, it's recognized, and like you said, they ain't better.
I think Jim Schultz, I think, should be in the World Disc Golf Hall of Fame because he's done so much. So many kids he got involved in Michigan, now all over the world. He put in courses in so many different countries. And it's all out, and he hasn't made it any of them. This is just an ad.
Andy, George, I hope you're listening. It tells, I gotta get back into it.
Yeah, but he's not a flashy guy. He does one thing, he's got Jim Oates on his side. That's where Jim's pretty influential guy, or yeah, influencer type guy. And he could do some good with that.
Well, Jacob, we're gonna have to clear off the state.
That sounds good. I'm just about ready.
We're quite happy to, first of all, I'm gonna see you for too long.
I know, Paul,
And
way too long. It's very good to see you.
thanks for coming up and joining us, telling us some stories.
And it's always another highlight of the trip that they do making the trip and so. Glad you get to come and see
Yeah,
all of this and be a part of this again. And
I love coming there. I remember the early days.
thanks for joining us. And, you know, if you're interested in the future, we'll probably bring you much longer, a little more in depth.
Oh,
Maybe not every
how
one
much
secret.
work together we get.
Well, there's some stories you can tell for sure. Definitely some stories that you don't want me to tell.
I'm sure. Well, I'm a chatter, so you could get up there and make the accolades, it's just about anything.
Well, we really appreciate you doing that. And, you know, again, it's almost great to see you see the whole, I apologize again.
You betcha.
This is definitely a family reunion, and it's good to see that not just the cousins, but the aunts and the uncles and the grandparents and all of that. So again, thanks for joining us. It's great to see you, and travel safe on the way home.
Certainly.
Thank you, Jacob.
Thanks, Bob. Oh.
All right, folks, we got about 2 minutes. We're gonna wrap this up. Not really lots of talking about yesterday and the golf actually. Yeah, most of the groups on the board, we still got 2 or 3 yet to go.
People in the area, Calvin's moving in the wrong direction. Jacob, I don't know what you're doing up there, but, better rain him in. He's got 18 spots now, when they third.
Well, we had a lot of fun last night.
We did have a lot of fun last night. We had a lot of fun that good night.
What's up, guy? People in the house.
Very first Good Times Hour show, best. So we thank Joe Rotan for being Joe Rotan. Keeping it twisted. So we do have a bunch of, already a bunch of groups over then in. Tom Gilbert finishes his tournament. We're the third, total of 23 of the car. Casey Hamilton air 27 of the car. So thanks for coming down here, boys.
Yeah,
Thanks for wearing the couch.
Jesse Newton has a 7-1 ranking. True at 11.
Well, we're down on the ace minister in the first time we get the ace.
It was the first one, wasn't it?
With an eagle on a hole.
Over time, has been equally sent as well.
Breaking sides, that's also, you know, 10, 700, you know, that's a good movement.
Nick Newton's got those too, he's 315 and 700.
Silver lap with a like that, you go on 10 as well.
Did you just say breaking size?
I did. So it looks like we've got, there's some people out there later than we should. Hard to tell what the wind is gonna be.
Take that, more than this is doing, it doesn't look like that wind's doing anything, that. Other than anyone county's training that was moving earlier is dealing us with bearing the way.
Steady.
So, well, I just want to say that really happy that you finally crawled out from under that Canadian rock you've been diving under for 14 years and you made a trip down and joined us down here for the 25th USDGC. And this has been great. I learned a lot. Didn't get to the format change yet, but we will. Probably in the next few days and start pumping the archive stuff into another format and moving forward with this. But this has been really good time. Times are with Basement and Mr. B. It was 3 hours long today.
That's no right on point.
Yeah, we don't really set a time limit on it.
Can't thank Jonathan Cole and John John not only for being good and doing what they do, but continuing to make this such a fan-friendly experience. And every year it gets bigger and better. You know, as I said, the 14 years that I've been here, and I'm astonished at all the growth changes.
It's a major error there.
I can come back in another 14 years, Harold, we better do better.
You better not wait 14 years to come back. How about that?
We better, well, so let's congratulate Holland and Hanley. Let's congratulate Christopher Tar, Evan, Evelina, all of the top one. They're the best. It's out there, and man, it's been a happy experience. And we can get out there, maybe check some of the action in the top cars again.
Yeah, maybe something like full 7.
Looks like we got Andrew Marley, Audie Loosen, Delta Jensen, and Joseph Anderson getting that fixing to start up at 2 o'clock here. So we're gonna make space for the band to start setting up. Thanks, guys, for getting up there. Attention. Yeah, I'm looking at you. I know, buddy. And we'll do it again hopefully next year.
I know.
Done?